Here's the quotes I've been teasing you with. You've reached Talking with Dr. Terry, 180 Seconds to a Better You, message number 376, and I'm Dr. Terry Wurzbacher. Before I get to the quotes from the last few weeks of the weekly roundups, I wanted to let you know about people in this community. There's Karen Writes Dangerously. That's Karen with an I, Karin. And I mentioned this before also, From Chad podcast. That I get mine on Apple, but I think you can get it on Spotify as well. Then there's franksomma.com, FrankSomma.com. He's got an excellent blog, so I recommend it highly. Then there's my good buddy Aaron Havens, who has the Growth Instigators Hotline, and its number is 970-306-6432. So here are the quotes I promised last weekend. This week's weekly roundup will have more, but I'll include them at that point so that they're in context. Michelle in Delaware said, and I just love this, "If you tell me about your trophies, I'm impressed. If you tell me about your failures, you'll make an impact. If you tell me about your trophies, I'm impressed. If you tell me about your failures, you'll make an impact." Thanks so much, Michelle. When I see people who have or are overcoming unusual odds, they get my attention. Melissa said, "The space between knowing and not knowing is where frustration happens, but it's also where the growth happens." And I think I'm paraphrasing that, but you get the point. The space between knowing and not knowing is where frustration happens, but it's also where the growth happens. That not knowing place is scary because it's unknown, and the unknown can be frightening. And along the same lines with that, Tim said, "Growth and comfort cannot coexist." Karen said, "Follow your dreams, they know the way." And based on one of our calls, she said this could easily be, "Follow your heart, it knows the way." Melissa reminded us of what Pat Summitt used to say, "Left foot, right foot, breathe. Left foot, right foot, breathe." And we all should remember that one. I think it was Patrick that told us that Al Davis of the Raiders had commitment to excellence as his motto. Karen also talked about George Washington Carver, who said, "If you love something long enough, it will reveal its secrets to you." And I really like that. Tim, and I hope I have this right, he said, "Smooth seas never produced skilled sailors." And I think he's trying to test my pronunciation abilities. But it was awfully nice of him to send me a sailor quote. Both Tim and Tom told me about Hoda. She was on the Today Show, I think, until last year. Anyway, she says, "Great things keep happening to me." I'm going to add that to everything always works out for me, and I can't go wrong with that affirmation. Great things keep happening to me. Tim said, "Act different than you feel." He talked about how he applied this recently when he had a cold. He felt lousy, but told himself he was going to act as if he didn't feel that bad, and it helped a lot. That's it for this set of quotes. Have a diamond day.